Dani and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna keep the holiday spirits bright and keep going with my little holiday series. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of holiday videos, so let's just keep the ball rolling. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys 3 separate ways on how to embroider Christmas stockings. I find that these are not only perfect gifts for you and your family, but you can also add these to your repertoire for your business and offer them to your clients, because who doesn't love a beautiful Christmas stocking? And adding embroidery to it really elevates the entire piece. I absolutely love doing these, and they're super simple, super fast, and you can also turn a pretty good profit on them. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, I think you should stick around for the rest of this video. For our materials, of course, I'm going to be using Christmas stockings. So I have 3 separate stockings here. This really beautiful white minky type fur stocking, and I will let you guys know which design we're going to do on each stocking. And then I have this all fur stocking. I absolutely love this. It reminds me of like those really cute leg warmers. And then I have this adorable cable knit type stocking. So I thought it would be nice to show you guys how to do some stockings that have unconventional materials that they're made out of. I also got a pack of 6 of these stockings from Amazon, so I will link these in the description if you would like to purchase. The Mighty hoops that I'm going to be using today are the 5.5 by 5.5 Mighty hoop and its backing holder. The backing holders are very essential for this video and for embroidering Christmas stockings. I definitely recommend getting some backing holders for all of your Mighty hoops. If you're interested, you can use my code DANI for free shipping on your next order at hoopmaster.com. If you don't have the 9x3 or you don't have the 4.25 by 9, then just use the one that you have and format your design to fit nicely in whichever hoop that you are using. This material is an absolute essential when working with fur, minky type fabrics. This is water soluble stabilizer, also known as Solvy. This white stocking is the first stocking that I'm going to work with. We are going to hoop this with the 5.5 Mighty hoop so that we can embroider on the cuff. I'm going to take my Mighty hoop apart. I forgot to mention that we are going to also be using cutaway stabilizer for all of our hoopings. So now I'm going to place my cutaway stabilizer on top of the bottom of my 5.5 Mighty hoop, and then I'm going to lock my stabilizer in place with my 5.5 backing holder. So you see how simple and easy that is. It holds our stabilizer in place to make it easy. I'm going to trim off the excess stabilizer so that it can fit nicely in our stocking. So we have our stabilizer all hooped up. I'm gonna go ahead and just place this hoop into my stocking. Now that I have my hoop inside of my stocking, I'm going to take the top of my 5.5 hoop and snap it down. I have my stocking hooped and ready to go. Always make sure that you remove your backing holder before you place your hoop and your garment or item onto your embroidery machine. We are over on the Melco Summit embroidery machine, and if you are not a stranger to the Arts of Dani, you know that this is my hoop selection screen. I'm going to tap my magnetic icon and it's going to bring up all of my Mighty hoops, and I'm going to go ahead and find my 5.5 by 5.5. Going to tap that, press my green check, and there is my hoop. Now here's my design. It says my name, and I'm just going to do the most simplest one as the first one. So now I'm going to place my stocking onto the machine. You can push your design up or down, left or right, and you can see exactly where it's going to hit in your hoop. So I already know that I'm a bit too low. I'm going to bring my design up some, and as you can see, I'm pressing the top arrow button and it's moving with me. I'm going to do a trace and make sure that my design is exactly where I want it. Now that I've confirmed my placement, this is where our water-soluble stabilizer kicks in. You can always hoop your water-soluble with the hoop. Okay, y'all, that was not that bad at all. It only took 3 minutes to stitch out because I did keep it at 1350 SPM. The water-soluble stabilizer acts as a base for your stitches. So when they are being stitched on top of that, it makes sure that your stitches are not going to sink in to the pile of the cuff because it is that minky texture. So whenever you have fur, whenever you have minky, whenever you have anything with a high pile or a high nap, like a towel, a washcloth, anything of that nature, you're gonna want to use water-soluble stabilizer so that your stitches don't sink in and then you lose all of the detail, all of the stitching. For the harder to reach areas, such as the inside of the D and the inside of the A, and that little sliver of the inside of the N, I'm gonna take some tweezers and peel out those pieces. And there we have it. Look at how gorgeous those stitches are. Nothing is sinking in. Everything is laid nice and flat. So I'm gonna take this off and show you guys what it looks like. Now, I've had a few people ask me what the inside of my garments look like once everything is finished stitching. This is the inside of our stocking. I'm gonna cut away this stabilizer from the inside. And there is our final first stocking, all finished. I absolutely love it. I would have liked to have the Dani in the center, but again, this stocking has a pretty tight cuff, so I had to accommodate for that. You guys, is that not so cute up there with the rest of my little decorations? I absolutely love it. Okay, so now let's do the second stocking and get this ball rolling. Like before, I'm gonna set my hoop up. I'm taking my cutaway stabilizer, placing it on the bottom of my hoop. I'm taking my 9 by 4.25 backing holder and making sure that is snug on top of the hoop. I'm going to trim all of the excess stabilizer. Now I have my cute furry stocking and I'm going to place my hoop inside. And now for this one, I actually am going to just hoop my water-soluble stabilizer within the hoop because this one is all of that nap and all of that fur. So now I'm just going to take the top of my hoop and place it onto my stocking. And then you always want to make sure that your backing holder is from the inside of your garment or your stocking in this case. And as you can see, my little Yeti stocking is all hooped and ready to go. I'll meet you over at the embroidery machine. We are back over at the machine, and for this design and stocking, I'm gonna use my full name, which is Danielle. For this design, I decided to go with a cream color to match the light brown of the fur. So let me run that trace and show you that I'm all good. We are done. Let's get this off of the machine. And oh my gosh, that came out so pretty. Oh, I love that. I don't really get to see my name in its full glory stitched out that much anymore because I just always do Dani, and you know, it's the Arts of Dani, but that is so, so pretty. And as y'all can see, I'm really just pulling the stabilizer away from my stitches. When you have a nice thick satin font, it shouldn't be too difficult. I'm gonna get these big pieces out with the help of some tweezers. I love this stabilizer because everything really rips off so clean and you don't need to spray it with water. If you can get everything off in a rip, then you don't need to spray it with water. I'm going to flip my stocking inside out so that I can cut my stabilizer. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this is probably going to be my favorite stocking. And then I just like to kind of get the fur back to looking furry because it was flattened. Now that is so cute. Come on, y'all. Tell me that is not just the most adorable thing. And it is so me. Like, this is really, if I were a stocking, if I were to just like become a stocking out of nowhere, this is what I would look like. Now we have one more stocking to do and then we will be all done. For our third and final stocking, we are back to our 5.5 by 5.5 mighty hoop, and we are gonna hoop this one a bit differently. Again, I have my cutaway stabilizer, I have my backing holder, pressing that onto the hoop. We're secure. Now this stocking is stretchy and it has some give to it, so I don't have to worry too much about it being so tight this time. I'm gonna hoop our water-soluble stabilizer. Sometimes I hoop the stabilizer in the hoop and sometimes I don't. It just really depends. Now I'm gonna set my hoop on top of everything so that it clicks in and we're all set. Now I'm gonna make sure that my backing holder comes out. And I am all hooped up and ready to go over to the machine. I'll see you there. I am back on my machine, and as y'all can see, I have this really adorable Christmas wreath and a bow design. Also have my 5.5 by 5.5 mighty hoop loaded up, and we are all ready to stitch out. Again, gonna go ahead with my trace to make sure I like everything. Our last stocking is done, and let's see how it turned out. Okay, yeah, that is so cute. That is so adorable. Oh my gosh, I love that, especially on this cable knit. Yeah, that is so nice. Let me trim these threads and get this stabilizer off, and then we will be back for our final thoughts. And this is our third stocking. I love the little wreath and the bows. Now this one I did end up spraying some water on it just because it had these really tiny pieces in between the, I think these are mistletoe, in between the green, and I wanted all of that stabilizer to get out, so I wasn't gonna sit and pick through every single little piece of the green. I think it is so adorable and super different, and I hope you guys love it. Okay, y'all, so we are all done all of our stockings, and I think that they came out so nicely. I'm so happy with them. In this video, you learned how to hoop stockings 3 separate ways. Please let me know in the comments what your favorite stocking is. I'm gonna say it's this Yeti stocking, and I absolutely love the material. I love the color. I love the cream stitching on it. I think this came out so beautifully, and it's an unconventional stocking. It's not like the traditional ones you see, but that's honestly why I love it. I'm all about unique and being different, but I do really love this stocking as well. I think that monogram stockings are really in, and being able to embroider on a stocking and adding little images or icons is always super fun, especially if you have little ones or someone who is really into a certain type of theme. I had to restrain myself from doing one of these in pink. I stuck with the traditional red, green, and beige Christmas colors, but I absolutely love it, and I'm so happy with how all 3 turned out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know in the comments and I will get back to you. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you guys in my next video, which will be coming soon, and thank you guys again for watching. Please stay safe out there and also stay warm. Bye guys.